Yun. Hello students, welcome to Trunkie Academy, and today we have already studied about the human reproduction and how the fertilization takes place, then how the implantation takes place, and how there is a fertilization and zygote formation takes place. Okay, now today we'll there's an important topic of the genetics we'll start with, and this is the sex determination. Okay, so this means that how the sex of a child is determined and how the sex in the different animals is determined in heredity and genetics. We know that the different features which is there as the what you call this as the information, okay, saved in the DNA that is passed on to next generation or offspring, and that is reflected in the features of the offspring. Okay, so determination of sex or sex determination is totally it's based on the genetics and also the chromosomes, okay, that going to fertilize in the okay. So in some cases the sex determination is not like in human beings, so it differs in different organisms. Okay, so we'll go through that, how sex is determined and how the sex is determined in different groups of organisms. Okay, categorizes the organism into two sexes. Okay, that means males and females, and male and female. Okay, and humans are the most highly evolved group of organisms, animals, where we find they have got high intelligence level, and there in case of human beings the sex is determined due to the XY chromosome. If the X chromosome of the male gamete is going to fertilize the female gamete or egg cell, then it will be a girl child. And if Y chromosome, the sperm cell with Y chromosome is going to fertilize, then it will be a child. Very good. So sex determination is a process that determines the development of sexual characteristics in an organism. Okay, so during the development of the fetus in the womb of the mother, okay, so there is the development of sexual organ starts forming at that time only, and then the different characteristic features are developed later on after the birth. Okay, so it specifies the organism's sexual morphology. Okay, morphologically it is quite distinct. Okay, from male and female are different and distinct. The cytological observations made in a number of insects led to the development of concept of genetic chromosomal basis of sex determination. Yes, when we study about the sex determination in human beings, okay, it is one of a kind. But when we study, okay, and doing some research in sex determination in the different insects, okay, so we come to know that it is the genetic and chromosomal. Okay, so sex determination is based on genetics and it is based on chromosomes that determines. Okay, so we will go through that, how sex is determined in detail now. Okay, so in case of these honeybees or bees, okay, sex is determined in different way, unlike the human beings. Okay, so factors affecting variation in sexual morphology is there, like environmental variables and temperature. In some organisms, in insects, we find that environmental conditions also influence the sex of the or the morphology, okay, of the individual organisms. Okay, so factors affecting is one is the environmental variables and temperature, and another is the different chromosomes, another is the social variables, and then is the different alleles, and then is the different genes. So all these are the factors which are affecting the sexual morphology in the individual or in different organisms. Okay, size of an organism in its population. Okay, so that means sex chromosomes. First we will start with the sex chromosome, how the sex chromosomes are determining the sex of the progenies. Okay, now in most of the animals a pair of chromosomes is responsible for determination of sex. Okay, that means these two chromosomes are called sex chromosomes. Okay, like we have got 46 chromosome. Okay, in case of the meiosis, okay, when the fertilization occurs, there will be only 23 chromosomes. Okay, so 22 plus X or 22 plus Y in case of sperm cell. So if this is going to fertilize, if this sperm cell is going to fertilize, then it will be a girl child, and this sperm cell is going to fertilize, then the child will be boy. Okay, so that depends on which sperm, whether sperm with the Y chromosome going to fertilize or the sperm which is with the X chromosome going to fertilize. Okay, depending on that, the child of the sex is determined. So that means these two chromosomes are called sex chromosome, X and Y. Okay, so allosomes. Okay, sex chromosome allosomes. Now, okay, so like in case of hen, okay, we see there is male and female, and female they lay eggs, okay, and there is a different kind of mechanism in different organisms for determining sex. The chromosomes other than sex chromosomes are called autosomes. Okay, autosomes. Like other two, we have got the 23. I told you. Okay, like 22 plus X. So these 22 will be the autosomes. Okay, so that means in case of the 46 chromosomes. Okay, so 44 plus 2. 44 will be the autosome and 2 will be the sex chromosomes. Okay. So female have only X chromosome in their gametes, so they are called homogametic. Only they produce only one kind of gamete. Males will produce the X and Y. They have sex chromosome and as X and Y, so they are heterogametic and they will produce the X and Y. They will have the spermatozoa or sperm with either X or with 50% of the sperms produced will have the X chromosome and 50% will have the Y chromosome. Okay, so they are called heterogametic. Okay, now when they join, for example, if the X is going to fertilize X of the female from the egg cell, then it will be a girl child, and if the Y chromosome is going to fertilize the ovum or egg cell, then it will be a boy. Okay, the child will be boy. Okay, now this is how the sex is determined. Now observe that sex chromosome is distinct from each other. The scientists were studying about the chromosomal structure and chromosomes. They found that chromosomes is distinct from each other and studied by the hanging. So observe that sex chromosomes are distinct from each other. Okay, even its structure, okay, the physical structure also different from each other. Traced out a specific nuclear structure all through spermatogenesis in wasps. Okay, wasps is on a kind of insect, arthropodon, where he traced out a specific nuclear structure through spermatogenesis in wasp, and he named this structure as X body. So he found that one structure in the nucleus is found, that is the X body. Okay, and structure, observe that 50% of the spermatozoa receive this structure after spermatogenesis, and whereas other 50% did not receive it. Okay, so spermatogenesis, primary spermatocyte is formed first, that I have already explained while teaching you about the human reproduction, okay, and about the spermatogenesis. In case of oogenesis, primary oocyte is formed, then meiotic division takes place, and then the secondary spermatocyte is formed. Similarly, in case of oogenesis, secondary oocyte is formed after the first meiotic division, okay, and first polar body is formed. In case after this secondary spermatocyte is formed, a second meiotic division takes place, and then there is the formation of spermatids, which are the precursor of the sperm cell. Okay, just before forming the sperm cell, spermatids are the structure which lead to the formation of spermatozoa or sperm. Secondary oocyte is the also undergo second meiotic division, okay, and will form the ootid, and differentiation of this spermatid will form the the maturation will form the sperm cell or differentiation, and then there is the formation of spermatozoa. Okay, in case of these females, otid will differentiate into egg cell. Okay, so or ovum cell. Okay, so spermatogenesis and oogenesis takes place. Now, later investigation by other scientists, okay, concluded that the X body of Hanking was in fact a chromosome. Okay, so now whatever he thought as X body was the chromosome. So the time when the science and technology were not much developed, okay, the scientists used to study with different means, different traditional methods. Okay, so later on when during the investigation by other scientists, okay, they came to know that what the Hanking told about the X body is actually it is the chromosome. Okay, so why was it given the name X chromosome? Okay, Stevens Wilson revealed that the chromosomal basis of sex depends on the presence or absence of Y chromosome. Identified Y chromosome. Okay, so observed in Tenerbrow molitor. He observed and found that the Y chromosome is the main factor, because X chromosome is going to fertilize X chromosome is female. If Y chromosome is not present, okay, then it will be female child, and if Y chromosome is present in the boy child, so Y chromosome is playing a key factor, known as sex determining chromosomes. Y chromosomes are known as sex determining chromosomes because this is the most important chromosome which determines the sex of the child. Homogamy. Females are homogamy. I told you they will produce only one type of gamete, that is X chromosome only. The gametes with X chromosome only. But okay, so but the males are heterogametic. In an individual, if two sex chromosomes are similar, then they are called homogametic. Okay, gametes produced are similar. All the gametes will have X chromosomes only. So similar gametes, so they are called homogametic. Heterogametic means male will produce X and Y. The gametes with some with the X and some with the Y chromosomes, so they are heterogametic. Okay, in an individual, if the two sex chromosomes are different, okay, some sperms are having the Y chromosome and some sperms are having X chromosome, then they are called heterogametic. In some cases, only one sex chromosome X1 and X0 may be present. So only one sex chromosome is present, okay, and X0. There is no other sex chromosome in some cases. So for these organisms, the determination of sex is little different, not as in case of the human beings. Okay, gametes produced are dissimilar in case of the what we call this heterogametic, and in some males also due to some abnormality. Remember this, due to some abnormality, there may not be Y chromosome present in the sperm cell. Okay, so then it will be X0. Okay, but in case of some other organisms also, there's only one sex chromosome. Okay, but this is if this is there in the sperm cell, which is abnormally, and in case of this, so the gametes produced are dissimilar, and the primary sexual characters are produced by gametes of the reproductive organs. Okay, so primary sexual characters are produced by reproductive organs, that means testis and ovary. Sex chromosomes determinations. Sex determination can be explained by chromosomal theory of sex determination. Which chromosome are going to, which gametes with what chromosome is going to fertilize the egg cell or ovum. So that is called chromosomal theory of sex determination. Genic balance theory of sex determination. This is also very interesting one. We will see in detail. Okay, after some slides. Haplodiploid method. So these are the different methods by which the sex is determined. Chromosomal theory of sex determination, genic balance theory of sex determination, and haplodiploid method. Okay, we'll see one by one. So, karyotype of human. First, before we understand the sex determination or by chromosomal theory, so we also need to know what is karyotype of humans. Okay, so autosomes means all the chromosomes which are not sex chromosomes. All the chromosomes except sex chromosomes. All the chromosomes except sex chromosomes. Okay, so a chromosome that is not directly involved in determining sex of an organism is autosome. Okay, so there are, I told you there are 23 pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23, and 24. Now if you look at this, you can understand this. 23 pairs are there, and in 23rd pair, this is the sex chromosomes. So all these, the mapping of chromosomes, to know about the chromosomes, to arrange, okay, in a picture, in a diagram, all the chromosomes, all the pairs of chromosomes is called karyotype of humans. We know that from first pair to 23rd pair. So arranging linearly to about the chromosomes. So this is the karyotype of humans. So sex chromosome are the 23rd pair, which is the determines the sex of the child, or that is involved in the sex determination of the offspring. Now, the question we will try to solve. Sex determination is done by autosomes, allosomes, hormones, or pheromones. Very easy questions. It is allosomes, okay? Because the sex chromosomes are also called the allosomes, and others are called except the sex chromosome, other chromosomes are called the autosomes. Okay, hormones is not determining actually. Hormones plays play a role in control and coordination. Pheromones are some other chemical organic substance released by the some organisms for attracting their opposite partner. Heterogametic sex determination, set 1. Okay, so how the heterogametic sex determination, we will see 3. Heterogametic sex determination means sex chromosomes are not similar like X, usually done by using allosomes. Okay, so determination of sex by allosome is called genetic sex distribution or chromosomal sex determination. Like I told you, in case of human beings, it is the chromosomes, X and Y chromosomes, or especially the Y chromosome, that determines the sex of the child. So this is called genetic sex distribution or chromosomal sex determination. Okay. In this, one of the sexes produces similar gametes, homogametic, that means sex, and another will be the dissimilar produce gamete, that will be the heterogametic. Okay, okay. So one parent, the female, will produce the homogametic gamete, will be the homogametic, and they produce a similar kind of gametes, and male parent will produce the heterogametic, and they will produce the dissimilar gametes, which I have already told you and explained you. Okay. When is the sex of the species determined? During the fertilization. Okay, determined in the syngamy. When there is the fertilization taking place, when there is fusion of nucleus taking place, that time when which sperm is going to fertilize, that time it is determined. Okay, that is the syngamy, means fertilization, during the time of fertilization. So time of fertilization, once it is fertilized, it is fixed. Now it will be a male or female. After that, it's not going to be changed. Whether no, okay. Fertilization means that it is going to fertilize the egg cell. Okay, the first sperm cell which goes finds the egg cell and fertilizes the egg cell. It depends on the type of gamete, or the two similar gametes, dissimilar gametes, that unites with other gametes of the homogametic parents. Means the homogametic parent means the female which has produced only one kind of gametes with only X chromosomes. So it depends which one will going to fertilize. Okay, that depends on that. Now heterogametic sex determination, set 2. It depends on the type of gametes which are two dissimilar gametes. Okay, that unites with the other gamete of the homogametic parents. Okay, it's the same point. Okay, whether the Y chromosome is going to fertilize or X chromosome is going to fertilize, the same point. Okay, male sex determination, heterogametic condition. If it is heterogametic condition, means the Y is going to fertilize with the X, and there will be a heterogametic condition. X and Y will be, there is a zygote. Okay, then it will be a male sex, that the child will be male. So males are heterogametic, male produce dissimilar gametes, and females are homogametic. These things is repeatedly told you. And XX or X0 or X, okay, XX type. These are the different way of determining the sex determination. XX type of heterogametic sex determination, XX or X0 type of sex. We will see this, discovered by McLeod. Another scientist, when after doing some research, he came to know that there is another way of also determining the sex, XX and X0. Okay, how we'll see. Observed in grasshopper. Yes. What happened? He studied extensively in grasshopper testis and the about the gametes, and male sex is determined by the unpaired X chromosome. Okay, so here when only X0 is the male and XX is the female. If it is unpaired, okay, like in grasshopper, okay, cockroaches, bugs, they will have, if they will have only X chromosome, X0 means unpaired, then they will be male, and if there is XX, 2 X chromosome, then it will be the females. Okay, so carrot egg will be female, AA autosomes plus XX, and in male it will be AAX0. So only one X means it will be male. Okay, so this is the type of sex determination, heterogametic sex determination in some insects like grasshopper, cockroach, bugs, etc. Whereas sperms are of two types. Okay, one half of the sperms have AX and one half of the sperms have A only. Just imagine. Okay, so there will be no sex chromosome in case of other 50% of the sperms. Okay, 50% of the sperms will have the X chromosome. So complement of that means other half. So 50% and 50%. Okay, so in case of these bugs or grasshopper, okay, Macron studied about the grasshopper and he found that, okay, this is heterogametic sex determination. When the sperms are produced, okay, these sperms will have the X, 50% will have X and 50% will have no sex chromosome or no X chromosome. Okay, only autosomes will be there. Okay, so the sperms which is going to fertilize the female gamete with only autosome will be the male, and the gametes or sperm cell with the X chromosome, that will be the female. Okay, so all ova contain AX, okay, component of chromosome, and the sex of the offspring depends on the type of sperm that fertilize the ovum. So if the sperm cell of grasshopper testis will fertilize the which has got only autosomes, no X chromosome, then that will be the female. Okay, so that will be the male, and the one which with the X chromosome, then it will be the female. One with only autosome, that will be the male. So here it is, X is the male deciding factor. During fertilization, the sex of the offspring depends on the type of sperm that fertilizes the ovum. Yes, I have already explained this. The sperm fertilizes the ovum. The karyotype will be as follows: female A, XX, X0, all ova contain AX and component. I'll explain all these things. Sperms are two types. One half will have the AX and other will have only A autosomes and complementary of the other. Then 50%, 50%. So the sex of the offspring depends on the type of sperm that fertilizes the ovum. So here it is not the Y chromosome that is deciding, but it is the X chromosome which is deciding the sex of the offspring or progeny. Okay, so X0 type of heterogametic sex determination, diploid nuclei XX, and this will be X, and then the female will produce the XX. Only the female are homogametic, and even males are also producing the X type of gametes which have the X chromosome, and other 50% will have no sex chromosome, no X chromosome. Okay, so during fertilization, if this will be the combination XX, then it will be the female, and if the X0, then it will be the male. Okay, so male heterogametic sex determination among the following is the XX0 or XXY methods, or Z0 ZW or ZWZZ methods, or XXX0 or ZWZZ methods, or XXXY or ZWZZ methods. So it is XXX0. This is the heterogametic, because here is the heterogametic. Okay, so different dissimilar gametes, so heterogametic. Now XXXY type of heterogametic sex determination. Okay, this is the females and males produces same number of chromosomes. In human beings, some insects such as Drosophila, okay, X chromosomes and their Y chromosomes. So they are the deciding for the sex of the child. Now what happens? Male are homogametic and the males are heterogametic, males are heterogametic and females are homogametic. Males will have the XY chromosomes, even in the Drosophila also. So male produce two types of sperm, one with the X chromosome and one sperm with the 50% of the sperms with the Y chromosomes. Okay, so females are homogametic and they will have the only all the gametes, all the ovum, all the egg cells will have the X chromosome only. So there is no question of heterogametic. All the gametes are similar because they have the X chromosome. Okay, similar ova having one X chromosome each. Okay, so the sex of the offspring depends on the fertilizing sperm X or Y. Which one is fertilizing? The sperm with X chromosome or the sperm with Y chromosome. Okay, so this is one just the repetition of these things. Male and female. Okay, egg, and then there will be the fertilization. The combination is like this. Then there will be male and female is formed. So okay, so there is 50% chance that the offspring will be male and 50% chance is the offspring will be female. There is no other way that the child will be boy or girl. Many people are such they talk bullshit. Okay, that by doing this and doing that there will be child will be boy or girl. These all are nonsense. Okay, rubbish. Okay, there's no way, no woman, no girl, no female is not at all responsible for producing girl. Okay, this is absolutely nonsense, rubbish, bullshit, because this totally by chance and luck. Okay, and there should not be no differentiation between boy or girl. Whether it is boy or girl, it's well and good. There should not be any kind of differentiation between the boy and girls. Okay, and it totally depends on the which sperm is going to fertilize, the sperm with the Y chromosome or the sperm with the X chromosome. Okay, so male heterogametic sex determination among the following is the XXX0 or XXXY method, or ZZW or ZWZ method, or XXX0 or ZWZ method, or XXXY or ZWZ. It is the XXX0. Again the same question. I think they repeated. Okay, now female heterogametic. Now we were till now we were talking about the males are heterogametic. Males are heterogametic. They have X and Y. Now we will see another example in another case. Okay, in some anyway, the females are heterogametic. Okay, female will produce they are heterogametic and they will produce the heterogametes. Okay, so female heterogametic will find in some cases, some organisms, females are heterogametic and female produces dissimilar gametes. Okay, unlike human beings and Drosophila. Okay, so there will be heterogametic conditions. So Z0 and ZZ type. So this ZZ type is the Z0 is the females and ZZ is the homogametic. Okay, this is the Z0 or ZZ type. That was the XX and XY type. Here, in case of the female heterogametic example, it is the Z0 and ZZ type. Just opposite of what we have seen till now. Okay, in case of the human beings and the Drosophila. And there is another example is the ZW and ZZ. So ZW, this is the female heterogametic. Okay, this is the female heterogametes. ZW and ZZ is the male homogametic condition. Okay, so here males are homogametic. They will produce similar gametes. Okay, homogametic in condition. In some cases, that we'll see the examples of the organisms also. And in Z0, ZZ type female heterogameity, females are heterogametic. Female produces ova with Z chromosomes and ova without sex chromosome. Okay, so they are heterogametic. Females will produce some ovum or egg cells with Z chromosome or without sex chromosome. Okay, so Z0 or ZZ. Okay, in case of this, two types of ova. Then AA autosomes and Z and 0 means there will be one sex chromosome. Okay, and in another case male will be homogametic and male produces with the Z chromosomes. Okay, so sperm will be produced with Z chromosomes. Male will produce sperms with Z chromosomes. Okay, so all the sperms will have the Z chromosome. That means they are the homogametic. This phenomenon is found in moths and some butterflies. Okay, so now you got the example. You got the name of the organism that it is found in butterflies and some moths also. Okay, moths and some butterflies, not all butterflies, some butterflies and all moths. That means male will have autosome and ZZ. That means they will have the two sex chromosome ZZ. Okay. Now A plus A or Z plus ZZ, that will be male, and autosome plus one Z chromosome and 0, that will be the female. Okay, so that is with the gametes produced will be like this, and here they are combining like this. Okay, A plus Z and A plus Z, they are combining. So AA plus ZZ, that will be male, and AZ plus A0, that will combine and it will form the female. So this is how the female heterogamety forms determines the sex of the offspring or progeny. Okay, so when this A plus Z is combining with A plus Z, it will be AA plus ZZ, that will be male, and if it is combining or it is fertilizing the A with the A plus 0, then it will be the female. Okay, so female produces two kinds of ova. Okay, half of the ova will have the Z chromosome and half will have the other have no sex chromosome, that means Z0. Okay, so no sex chromosome. So male produce similar types of sperms, and they will have, all the sperms will have the Z chromosome, allosome Z chromosome. Okay, during fertilization, the sex of the offspring depends on the type of ovum that is fertilized. Which type of ovum is fertilized? In case of human beings, which type of sperm is going to fertilize? Here, which type of ovum is going to be fertilized? Which type of ovum? Okay, whether it will be Z0 or the ZZ, Z AZ, okay, or AZ0. Okay, so in case of the human beings, sex determination, which type of sperm is going to fertilize, that determines the sex of the child. In case of this, okay, Z0 and ZZ, here which type of ovum or egg cell is going to be fertilized, that determines the sex of the child, sex of the offspring or progeny. Now male, okay, parents will have the AA and autosomes, and they have the ZZ will be the male, and then females will be Z0. Okay, so offspring will form like this. I already told you, and you saw the diagram in the previous slides also. So this is the how the sex determination in Z0 and ZZ type takes place. Okay, female heterogamety. This is called female heterogamety, phenomenon of female heterogamety. So Z0, ZZ method of sex determination is found in Drosophila, Protenor, and Legias, or Phemia moth. Obviously, it's moth because you saw the names of the organism. It's moth and butterflies, so it's a Phemia moth. Okay. The unpaired Z chromosome in the female determines the sex in the butterflies, main Phemia moth or a Phemia moth. Okay, unpaired Z. There will be only one chromosome in the female that determines the sex in the Phemia moth. Okay. Now female heterogamety is set to another example. Okay, that will be the ZW and ZZ type. Okay, female heterogamety. Who decides the sex of the offspring in birds? Now you decide it. Means here you can just to make it interesting, boy or girl. But it depends on the not on the male bird, but female bird will decide. Okay, you decide. Decide means boy or girl. Okay. So now here the gametes from female, because the females are heterogametic, okay, ZW, while males are homogametic, so this system is called ZW ZZ system. There was only one chromosome, Z0. Okay, here the chromosome is there. Okay, it's not 0, it's not unpaired, it's paired only, but it's heterogametic, but with different chromosome. Okay, try to understand it. In Z0 and ZZ type, there was only one chromosome in case of the heterogamety. Okay, but here it's not the case of the one missing chromosome and only one Z chromosome is there and Z0. It is chromosome is there, but then another sex chromosome is there. Okay, it's ZW, ZZ and sex determination. Okay, so this system is called ZW, ZZ sex determination, and that word Z0, ZZ sex determination. Here it is ZW, ZZ sex determination. Okay, and in case of human beings, is XX, XY sex determination. Okay, so a female heterogametic. Females are heterogametic, so they will produce Z and W. Okay, they will have, the ovum will have Z chromosomes and W chromosomes. Okay, 50% of the ova or egg cell will have the Z chromosome and 50% will have the W chromosomes. Okay, and two dissimilar gametes will form allosomes. Okay, so it will be like this. There in the body there will be AAZW. Okay, autosomes plus sex chromosome. Male will have homogametic. They will be the more, they will produce all the sperms. Okay, with Z chromosomes only. sperms will have only Z chromosomes in pair, okay, I mean the similar gametes, so they are homogametic. This method found in birds, reptiles, and some fishes, okay, AAZZ method, okay. Now females produces two kinds of ova that I told you. One half of the ova are with the allosome Z and another will have the W allosome, okay. So males produces similar type of sperm. Male will produce similar types of sperm because they will have only Z, okay, Z allosome. So now during fertilization, the sex of the offspring depends on the type of ovum that is fertilized, not on the type of sperm which is going to fertilize, but type of the egg cell ovum which is going to be fertilized, okay. So this is again like the case of the Z0 ZZ, okay. So here, because all the sperms are same, all the male gametes sperm cell have the Z only, so it is not dependent on the sperm cell, it is dependent on the ovum which has the ZW, okay, which has got Z or W. Some has got Z and some has got W. So whether the sperm will fertilize the egg cell with a Z or whether the sperm cell will going to fertilize with W, okay. So this depends. This is the base for the determination of sex in the progeny of these organisms, okay. Birds ZW ZZ, okay. Female gametes now look like this, okay. So male gametes will be the male will produce gametes and they will produce male gametes ZZ and females will produce ZW. While combining Punnett square and checkers board, will find that 50% will be the female and males, and this is how if we combine with the same gamete, then it will be the ZW will be the 50% and ZZ will be the 50%, okay. Female heterogametic sex determination among the following is the ZW will be the female, and ZZ will be the offspring will be the female, so males, okay. So here it is the case of the female heterogamety and male homogamety, okay. So female heterogametic sex determination among the following is X0 Z methods, and it is the ZW, Z0 and Z methods, okay. Female heterogametic condition, okay. Now we will go through the, okay, thank you for listening. Now I will just quickly recap what we have studied. I told you how the sex is determined, okay. While determining the sex, it is very important that whether the female or males are heterogametic or homogametic. So in case of the human beings, it is very simple, okay. Males are heterogametic and females are homogametic, and but in the examination, please remember all these three types of Z0 and ZW is also asked, okay. In case of the Z0, only one sex chromosome is there and one is unpaired, and so the sex is determined by the whether this Z is going to Z and again on it will going to the gametes without sex chromosome, okay. So in case of ZW and ZZ, okay, the females are heterogametic and the males are homogametic. In case of human beings, males are heterogametic and females are homogametic. So it's very simple, the combination, okay. In case of Drosophila, also remember Drosophila, it is XXXY type, okay. In birds and butterflies, in the birds it is ZW ZZ, and butterflies and some moths it is Z0 ZZ. So these examples you should remember, it's important for exam. I told you moths and some butterflies Z0 ZZ, birds and some reptiles, okay. In some lower organisms it is ZW and ZZ. In Drosophila and human beings it is XXXY type sex determination. So these are the important points for exam you should remember, and also some kind of paragraph, some kind of questions will be given, and then the options will be given. Which of the following is which of the go through the statement, and which of the following is correct, okay, or which of the following is incorrect, like that. So questions are based on these sex determination, okay. This is an important topic, and though it's very easy, but some students are getting confused only. So you just remember, study and then write without seeing, and practice also. And if you practice the question, we'll send you the DPP right after this class, and you go through the DPP, okay, and solve the answer, answer that is there in the DPP and send back to us. Okay, like you have already you are doing, okay, past week. Okay, so you know that if you go to your academic booster, you will find that there is a link called resources. You click on that resources, you will find the link called writing material. So if you click on the writing material, you will find the DPP, okay, sent by us on the topic what we have today, we have discussed today. So you click on that and download that DPP and answer those questions, okay, solve the questions and send back to us for the evaluation or for checking, okay, and then we will send you the remarks, okay. Please remember that pay attention, listen carefully, and also you revise whatever you are studying, okay, you revise, go through the ones and go through the questions that we are sending in the DPP, okay. Thank you for joining and listening today. Tomorrow again we'll meet at the same time, okay. Till then, goodbye.